Hey guys, MJ here from Nitecore Singapore. Today we're going to look at the new Nitecore EDC27. Alright, how it stacks up against other lights and the 5 key design features that make this the best quick response, tactical level light that gives you maximum brightness and quick access without the bulk and weight. Right, so before we begin, if you want to win this EDC27, right, make sure you subscribe to this channel, comment below on if you use this new light in your work and why. Right, once we hit 500 likes, I'll announce the winner in the description box below. So let's start with the biggest question. Who is this designed for? This flat shape is unique to typical tube light and is on purpose. This was designed for someone doing quick ops so that he doesn't need extended runtime, but want all the tactical level functions and quick access of a full-size tactical light. Something like the T23i here, right? But without the bulk. Look at how slim this is. On the flip side, it's also perfect for off-duty carry where you want a full-on tactical light with you but you might not use it. In these cases, you want it to sit nicely in the side of a pack and take up as little space as possible, but still remain easy to access and quick to draw. So these two use cases are very specific, and this EDC does it better than any other light in Nitecore's range, and I'll show you exactly why. Right, so let's break it down. First up is beam type. This has shallow reflectors here. Right, so you know it's a flood beam. Here's how the 3000 lumen flood beam looks like in reality versus a spot beam of say the MH12SE. You can see the tight spot here versus the rather floody EDC27. Long corridor all the way down, not really hitting the last wall. Right, this is after all floodlight, so this is 1000 lumens. We can turbo it to 3000 lumens. Damn, look at that. Full on flood. There you go, 1000 lumens. Alright, this is the EDC27. This is a floodlight, okay? All the way down. Turbo. No problem at all. Alright, this is 1000 lumens going down. Turbo. Whole thing is lit. Look at that. Right? This is 1000 lumens. Clone frame test. Very nice flood beam. Right, coming from this tiny little light. Okay, look at that. Ball of light in front. This is 3000 lumens turbo. Lights up everything. No blind spots. Okay, medium range test. Can it reach the roof? Window? Yes, no problem. Turbo lights up the whole building. Alright, long range test. Can it reach the roof at the end? Not really at 1000 lumens. Turbo, yes, a little bit, but it's not very precise. Okay. Note that turbo does dim down after it heats up too much. So now it's back at 1000 lumens. We'll try the turbo again. It only holds for a while before it drops down again. Alright, there you go. This is a flood beam. You can see the ball of light. It's not such a precise spot, which is great. Right, to light up the whole building. And you go turbo, whole building lights up. Literally the whole side of the building lights up. Alright, very nice. EDC27. This is 1000 lumens flood. Right, very nice flood light, lights up everything. Can't really see down the corridor unless you do turbo. Right, this is on 3000 lumens turbo. Okay, up the roof, no problem. Turbo, lights up everything. That. Okay, EDC27. Bang. Nicely done. Alright, EDC27 out on the drain shot. Look at that. This is at 1000 lumens. Okay, so this is how it feels like. You can't really reach the end, but you might be on turbo. Yes. On 3000 lumens turbo, you can light up the entire drain. You can see everything. Alright, there you go. It drops down after it heats up too much. Right, you're back on 1000 lumens. Yeah, close range, no problem. Alright, you can't really see the far end because this is the flood light. Alright. Now next up is brightness and runtime. If you want a light to use around the house, then this is not for you, because if you compare just performance specs and you want the longest running light at 1000 lumens, you're much better off with the P10 V2 or MH12 V2. Alright, they both have about 1000 lumens and double the runtime because of the battery that they use. To get such a slim size, the EDC27 uses a built-in 1700 mAh battery. This gives you 1 hour 45 minutes of runtime. The P10 V2 gets you 3 hours because this uses the larger 18650 battery. The maximum you can go for this is 3500 mAh, which is double the capacity of this EDC27. The MH V2 pushes it even further because it uses the bigger size 21700 battery, which caps out at 5000 mAh. So right off the bat, this is not something that you want to bring along for long search and rescue ops. Perhaps as a personal backup light, but not as a primary light. This light sacrifices runtime for the slim shape. But the one thing that the EDC27 has that other lights don't is the instant access 3000 lumen turbo and strobe mode, which is controlled from this completely new dual stage setup here. There are 2 switches on the back, so even in the dark with gloves on, the height and size difference tells you exactly which button your finger is on, so there's no guessing. The second amazing part is each of these switch has 2 stages. Half press on the power button gets you ultra low, right? Let go and it goes off, so you don't accidentally blind yourself in the dark. Some lights like the P10i or P20i can only turn on in full brightness all the time. So even if you drop it down to low, you turn it off, on again, it's always on full brightness. So it's impossible to do any kind of stealth work with this. With the EDC27, you can. Full press and let go turns on the light. Then half press the same power button to cycle through your brightness levels. You can see exactly what brightness is at from the OLED display here. Right, the same one from the amazing Tiny2, TUP, and T4K. It also shows you charging status, battery voltage, even the exact runtime remaining down to the last minute. This is especially important for built-in battery lights so you don't get caught off guard. You always know when to recharge and when to drop to a lower brightness if you know you're gonna need it for longer periods. So back to the 2 stage of the mode button here. When it's off, half press gets you 3000 lumen turbo, which has a countdown bar. Right? You can see it dropping down here. So once it drops to bottom, it dims down to 1000 lumens. Right, because 3000 lumens from such a small light is gonna generate a lot of heat. At room temperature, the average turbo duration is about 10 to 15 seconds, depend on where you live, right? If you're in a colder country, then your room temperature will be lower. And it gets shorter the more you try and force turbo. So if I keep trying to force turbo, you see that the bar starts at halfway or a quarter based on the temperature of the light. Whew, that's hot. But unlike other lights, this will cool much faster because there's a large copper and aluminum heatsink built right into the light to dissipate all the heat. So yes, it will run hot if you keep blasting turbo all the time, but we also cool much faster than normal light. That also means at the lower 200 lumens to 1000 lumens, it's going to run very efficiently. Full pressing the mode button will get you 3000 lumen strobe. Because it's momentary, you can even signal strobe, right? You can signal 3 long, 3 short, right? This in real life opens up many options in signaling and communication. You can do low signal for nearby teams, you can do full blast warnings, and if you escalate, you can signal in strobe, right? All with just one hand, right? I didn't change any hands. But my favorite of all is the ability to have the light on a medium 200 lumens, right? For doing your rounds. Then if you need the quick burst to check something, just half press the mode button, bam, 3000 lumens turbo. Once you're done, let go and you're back to 200 lumens. Low, check, let go, and you're done. This level of control is impossible with older lights like the P10 V2, MH12 V2. I can't go to low, turbo or strobe in an instant. I have to, cycle through the different modes or even use 2 hands just to get the mode I want. This is what I mean by tactical level controls. The ability to access everything you need from one hand, right, without breaking grip. This brings me to the next design feature, the grip. Right, it's perfectly shaped for a knife grip. Right, just like the Benchmade here, it sticks out a good few inches for striking. Alright, look at that. Okay, compared with this one. Okay, with 4 textured pads on the side for excellent grip. Okay, so even if your hands are wet with gloves, it's not going to slide out like that. The notch above the pocket clip acts as a thumb rest in hammer fist, Also for pushing into pockets and webbing. This way you don't push down on the button when you're holstering or leaving the light on by accident. Right, there are many ways to mount the EDC27 on a mole webbing like this. Right, you can mount it this way down, so light facing in, push it all the way down. Right, very secure hold. When it's in this way, you can use the thumb notch here to help you pull out, or if you have it mounted outside this way, then you just wrap around, grab and go. This also brings me to the next design feature. This is not your typical pocket clip. It's thick and is screwed in here by these two stop screws. This is inspired by the TUP, the P18 and the TM20K, all screwed in, all very solid pocket clips that double as belt or webbing clips. So unlike the MH12 V2 where the pocket clip clips on the light, it's not possible to clip it on the webbing like this and have it stay on. With enough force, it will just snap off and roll away. This is the same even with the P20iX quick draw holsters. Like with enough force in a struggle, you might accidentally just pop the light off and then it drops away. One of the key considerations of a holster is to keep your light on your persons when you get into a scuffle with someone. Right, the EDC27 is slim, it stays close to your body so you have less items dangling about in a struggle. A small note, if you want to run wrist lanyard with this, you can. With the middle loop here, that's large enough to fit even a paracord. If you're worried about accidental activation, right, the light does have two stages of lockout. When the light is on, hold the power button to turn off and let go when it's in lockout 1. Alright, at this stage the power button does not work, but the mode button does. So you got your momentary turbo and your strobe. To get to stage 2 lockout, when the light is on, hold the button to turn off, hold it all the way past stage 1 until stage 2. Alright, then let go. So at this stage, nothing works. No matter how you press, the buttons won't turn on. You're safe. To unlock, just do the same thing. Press once, press and hold, you see the meter run, and you're good to go. Alright, charging is via the hidden USB-C port up here. 0 to full in 1 hour, 15 minutes, so there's hardly any downtime. It's very quick to recharge and keep it topped up. It is weatherproof at IP54, so light, rain, mud, dust is okay, but don't go diving with this, right? It's not rated for that. So that's it, the 5 key features that makes this the ultimate quick response tactical light that gives you maximum brightness and quick access without the bulk and weight. The amazing controls for the 3000 lumen turbo, strobe, signaling, right? The OLED screen, the knife grip especially, the strong pocket clip that just works so you don't need any holsters, and the quick 1 hour recharge so there's hardly any downtime. All that in a slim one-handed light that fits in your pocket. So should you buy an EDC27? Remember the home use example, right? This light sacrifices runtime for shape and weight. So if you value runtime over anything else, then this is not for you. But if the points above make sense to you, the quick draw, the backup personal light, then you're squarely in the range of who they're designing for. There's no better duty light that does this specific task better than the EDC27 right now for 2023. So don't put your personal safety on inferior flashlights that claim to be tactical. Nitecore has been making lights for professional operators for years. Over 15 different international agencies have Nitecore as their standard, so they know exactly how their lights are being used, the increasing challenges that operators face on the ground, and what is expected of future gear. Right, when you have over 9 years of R&D built into a light, it's impossible to go wrong. These are all in stock now at nitecorelights.com. There is a bulk discount option, so it's perfect if you're buying for your team, your family and friends. These have sold out before and will sell out again, so order yours today. Right, once your order is placed, we'll courier everything to your door within a couple of days. As usual, this comes with our 60-day money-back guarantee and fast-free 3-year warranty, so there's no risk at all. That's it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, where we help you choose the best lights for your work or adventure, subscribe below, and I'll see you on the next video. Right, MJ signing out.